I posted a video recently where I made the argument that you shouldn't buy new games that are single player games when they first come out because you can get them at a discount later, and you should only buy the games right away that are a masterpiece in your eyes. But those are rare, and so most of the time I think it makes sense to just wait. That was intentionally supposed to be a polarizing hot take video, and I thought it'd be more fun to have a more nuanced conversation about that here regarding what is the best approach to support game developers and game studios, and what do y'all think works best there? Should you buy every game when it first comes out because you want to support the devs? Should you wait because you think the state of gaming is not great? Should you pirate games? That's kind of what I wanted to discuss here today and just kind of share my thoughts on that. And then y'all can leave comments below, and we'll get into a friendly fight about it. So the first topic here is, should you buy games at launch? And I think you should. I don't think you should buy every game at launch. I don't think that you should pre-order games either, unless it's a title like maybe it's a Resident Evil game and you have full faith in Capcom and there is a developer, a publisher that has a track record of delivering on the titles they put out. In those instances, sure, yeah, you can make that decision for yourself and support the studios that you like. You know their games are good. You've always enjoyed those games. Or maybe it's a studio that is putting something out that is a little bit more experimental, but you like the direction they're going and you want to support that. You're kind of okay if it's not that good because you want to see more stuff like this in the future. Great. I think that's fantastic. It is important that we support the developers and the studios within this hobby so that more good products come out in the future. But I also think that it's important to wait sometimes too. There's a balance there, right? So I lean more on the side of, I am going to support you if I know the product is good. And I'll wait a week or so on most big titles that I'm really excited about. So for example, a game like Baldur's Gate 3, Elden Ring, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I purchased all of those games within a week of them coming out. But I didn't do it on day one simply because even the best studios have problems on occasion. They're made by people and people make mistakes. So it just makes sense for me to wait a little bit. Let me just make sure that there aren't any bugs or performance issues. And then sure, here you go. I will happily support this because this is awesome. I want to see more of this. But my default behavior here normally is to wait, because I think the more that people pre-order games, the more that you support products that aren't that good. There's a fine line here as consumers that I think it's important you support the stuff that's good, but also don't reward things too early that aren't good. And you don't want to incentivize developers and studios to put out stuff that's not finished because they know they can get the pre-orders and they can trick people with hype. And that leads gaming down a whole nother route, right? If you don't support stuff early, good stuff might not come out. But if you support too many things early on, you can make a good argument that why would studios and developers and publishers have much motivation to launch a title that's actually finished when, hey, we've already made back our development costs. We can patch all this stuff in the first month. Who cares? So that's a weird one, right? And I think that you kind of have to make that decision for yourself on what you think is correct. The last elephant in the room for a lot of people here within this conversation is, do you support game developers at all? And do you succumb to the life of a pirate and steal everything that you want to play? People have no problem pirating games from Nintendo. And I've made other videos on this in the past, and my opinions there are wildly unpopular. But I think that you shouldn't pirate games that you're not going to play. Not because it's ethically wrong and you're going to go to hell or something like that. I think that you shouldn't pirate games because it sends a message to the developers that, hey, we have a good product here and people are stealing it. So let's double down on anti-consumer practices for our customers who actually support our product. Yeah, we can't do anything about the pirates, but we're just going to make the quality of life terrible for people who support our stuff. And I think that's what you see with Nintendo is I think you can make a good argument that a lot of their anti-consumer behavior is fueled by this paranoia that their games are being stolen. So we have to raise prices on this. We're not going to do too many sales on certain titles, and generally just screw over their biggest supporters because of the lost dollars they're seeing through pirating. This video was longer than it was supposed to be, but y'all let me know what you think.